What did you announce wrong when you got up here?
Oh, the first time I was there, I called it Willamette.
Willamette. That's where.
Oh.
See, you knew you found out real quick that
The crowd let him know before I could, and I was sitting next to him.
And that's what I was saying. That's what.
I'm telling you, Josh. When I said it, soon as I said it, we could have called 15 ambulances for whiplash. Everybody was looked at me like I was foreign, and they were going to kill me.
The cool thing about Sunset Speedway and Willamette Speedway is the loyal fans.
Absolutely.
And that I love Sunset. I love Willamette. We went down for the 2-day race here last week or 2 weeks ago. Just the camaraderie on how well they love Corey and everything else, and then coming down and having both Moxie announcers down there and raising all that money. That was awesome. But the fans, I mean, I had fans and stuff from Sunset come down and say how cool it was.
Well, a lot of I got a lot of I always get a lot of compliments on when you show up to Willamette and the energy that you bring, Josh and Mike. People really liked Mike when he was up to. It's nice to have that new flavor.
Yeah.
The new observations. He's seeing things that I don't see because I'm there all the time.
Right.
Same with you, but and to have that friendship and to be able to talk back and forth, the banner, fans love that.
That's the best part about it.
Now, talking about loyal fans, this is what blew my mind. I get down to Bakersfield the last couple years, and I'll bet you both years I have seen 30 to 50 regulars at Willamette Speedway in the stands for the Bud Nationals.
No kidding.
Absolutely. Mike met a bunch of them last year, and he thought, man, you guys are hardcore to travel 16 hours to come down and watch your guys race here at the Bud Nationals. That's hardcore race fans.
Absolutely.
But then you meet those guys down in Bakersfield. I'll tell you what, you want to talk about hardcore race fans. Those guys there are as hardcore as anybody I've ever met when it comes to their racetrack and their fans. I mean, it's a cool deal.
Really?
Great people.
Yeah. And the people at Bakersfield are dedicated to their racing like no other. I mean, Willamette, Sunset, Santa Maria, they've got diehards there. Bakersfield, they got a whole nother sort of diehard there.
And you want to see it? Wait till those hobby stocks and their pro stocks come on the track. And, oh, man, that crowd gets fired up. They're more pumped up about that than they are the late models.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, American stocks, hobby stocks, those classes, the fans there, those old-fashioned,
nuts.
Watch them race on Saturday, buy it on Monday type of cars, big heavy metal bangers.
Yeah, yep.
Those fans, they bleed those race car drivers.
It's cool. It's cool.
So it's almost like up here for the street stocks for us and the super sports and everything else. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the modifieds and I love the late models, but I am a diehard fan when it comes to street stocks.
I am too.
And when it comes to super sports.
Yep.
This is what the
Well,
old.
and that's the thing. Now stop right there, Mike. When you got to Willamette Speedway and the super sport cars rolled out, let's talk about what you asked.
Sideboards and slicks, baby.
Sideboards and slicks, baby.
Mike had this look on his face because he got there a little late. He had some issues getting down from Portland and traffic and the same stuff you deal with.
Traffic. Told you, Corey.
Yeah. So he gets in, and I think we were just past the trophy dashes, weren't we, Mike?
I think you were finishing up trophy dashes when I came in.
Okay, and so we did our interviews, and I got back up to the booth, and I was there a couple minutes, and Mike shows up. And the races started rolling off, and the cars are coming out, and then the super sports rolled on the track. And he's looking over at turn 3 to see the field of cars roll on, and his head snapped my direction when those cars rolled on. He says, "What is that?" He says, "What is that?" I said, "That's our super sport class. That's old school racing. No tops, wed noses, sideboards, And he goes, "I am going back to Santa Maria, and I am telling our track owner, this is what we need at our track." I mean, he fell in love with those cars like you love them. It was funny to watch.
That's awesome. So did you actually go back there and tell him?
I did, actually. Matter of fact, the Bakersfield Speedway, they do hot August nights where the pro stocks and some of the other classes actually go topless. because of the heat. And I was saying, dude, you got to throw sideboards and wedge noses and slicks. And some of those guys were, fairly interested in it. So we'll see what happens. We might throw one of those, make it maybe a special event next season to see if we can get some draw off of it.
Maybe we can, as Moxie Media, promote that show and put it together.
Talk
Maybe
to a couple people.
Whether it's at Bakersfield, Santa Maria, or even our boys over there at Rocky Hill.
Right.
With Sonny Sell and the Smith boys.
There you go. That's what. That's.
That might be a fun place to put it too. They're going to have Thanksgiving Thunder this year up there, and that's turned into a 3-day event now. So.
Well, and what's cool about this? What's cool about Thanksgiving Thunder? Mike Patterson from Moxie Media will be calling that show. They called him to call that show.
That's right.
So.
Yeah, well,
listen to this guy. He's like, well, yeah,
So humble, Mike.
No, I think that's awesome because Mike, that's right up your alley. That's you've got the history there in that area. You know who's who and what's what, and I know that you'll do Sonny Sell and the Smith boys and the crowd there at Thanksgiving Thunder. You'll do a great job for them.
Yeah, and that's the thing with that one. Originally, that Thanksgiving Thunder concept was supposed to be at Santa Maria Raceway.
Right, because I was working on a deal, and I was originally supposed to be the announcer at that show, and then they had some difficulties with a certain track promoter or owner. I can't remember all the situation, but it got moved. And when they moved it, some things changed on my end, and I believe you ended up calling that show, didn't you?
I did. I told Germ and Sonny that when they came over to Santa Maria and brought it up, I told them, I walked up to both of them and I looked at the flyer and I said, if you're going to do this, because I've known Germ and Sonny for a while, I stuck my hand out and I said, I will announce your events for you.
And they said, let's get it on.
Without
and I that was my word, and I stuck to my word. I announced the first one. I announced last year, and we're having fun. Let's keep it going.
Maybe we'll sneak down that way around Thanksgiving and surprise Mike.
Watch out, Mike. You better have some. Some turkey on hand, big guy, because I'm hungry.
Well, it sounds like the turkey's heading this way.
Oh,
burn!
You don't have to talk to Corey like that no more.
He wasn't talking to me. I love it. Mike, it's going to be awesome to get down there and work with you again, man. I know Josh is pumped up about working with you. Let's kind of, again, thank Linson Sign for doing our banners so we don't have to travel with them.
That is cool.
And then we've got Rugged Radios coming on to sign with Moxie.
That right there is, man, hands down to those guys. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, that's something that, you didn't even know that, Josh.
No, I'm pretty blown away right now. I'm
been talking with Mike on the other line, and we've been working on this for the last couple of weeks, and Mike's been working hard to get it done. And
good looking out, Mike, on that 3-way call. Appreciate it.
He's working his tail off down there in California. We're proud to have you, Mike.
This is a labor of love when it comes to announcing and watching dirt track racing. I've grown up around the track since I was little. Traveled up and down with my dad. I mean, I remember times where we used to go race, run what you brungs, and we'd stop on the side of the freeway and, pick up tires. Dad would look at it and say, the rim's good. We'll take it. Let's go. So,
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've grown up at a racetrack. I mean, my first Hot Wheel, I remember it only because I was pushing it down the little concrete slopes in the stands. So, I mean, yeah, I can't say enough about racing and how much it's influenced my life from day one. And, I just want to keep that going. And if I can do it, if I can't do it behind the wheel, because I can't do it behind the wheel, I'll come out and, use my words and help somebody else listen to it.
Do it behind the mic.
You know what this reminds me of is, all the thoughts and stuff of coming down to Bakersfield is Bowman Gray Stadium.
Oh, man.
Okay, so, we all know Bowman Gray. That's, practically where NASCAR started. That's where a lot of the, old school and stuff started.
History.
That is a stadium of short track racing. And you talk about fans there.
Yeah.
Are huge. Those guys.
I think we got them scared.
Yeah, I'm.
He's bringing up Bowman Gray Stadium where fans get completely crazy. I think you're scared, Josh.
I mean, at least I have two of my best buddies, there, Trisha and my baby. So no, I mean, it's gonna be good, man. I know I'm excited. Trisha's excited. I'm not excited for the heat.
Well,
but
it's
I need to lose some weight. So I think this will be a great therapeutic. Whatever.
I'll challenge you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Bowman Gray Stadium, one of the ones I would love to mark off of my
Bucket list.
my bucket list, so to speak.
That place is a cool place. When you walk in there, it's I've been there once, and it is definitely something that you will never forget because it literally looks like you're walking into a high school stadium. They have 8-foot walls, and then it's stadium bleachers up, and it's dude. In the pits are. I can't even explain it to you. I mean, if you get a chance sort of like that to get an aerial shot of Bowman Gray, I mean, it's literally a high school stadium. It's flat. It's maybe a lane and a half wide, and it's crazy.
And I've heard every once in a while races break out there, but it's mostly wrestling matches.
I've never been to a track that they literally have to have the sheriffs on call. Because either there's something in the pits
or the stands.
Well, yeah, I mean, or something might happen. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've seen YouTube clips, and anytime there's something on YouTube, it's going to be very interesting.
Definitely interesting.
Well, you'll see some of that interesting stuff because we've seen it at the Bud Nationals where some guys and cars don't always agree with what's going on in the track, and we've seen some bump and grind, and I guarantee we'll see some more of that this year. And, kind of up against the clock right here, Mike. We're going to step out for a minute, man. We'll have you on next week. Always good to hear from you. Looking forward to working the Nationals with you again. And anything, breaking news, keep me updated.
Always. I'll always keep you guys updated if I got anything going. Thanks for having me on. Once again, thanks to Linton Signs, Rugged Radios. Thank you guys for coming aboard and believing in what we got going on. I can't wait to see you guys down here. It's going to be here before we know it. Time to have fun.
Let's do it. We will talk to you soon, bud. Thanks for calling in.
No problem. You guys have a good one.
Take care. Mike.
Hi, I'm Corey with my wife Sandy. I'd like to know the Jetstream Aqua Massage. At Jetstream, you get a body massage, nobody touches you, and you don't get wet. Best of all, it's only $1 per minute. That's what it's all about. I've been coming here about 3 times a week for the last 6 months, and it's just a whole new world when I walk out of here. I highly recommend this place. $20 for 20 minutes. Unbelievable.
Crockers Cars, located in Lebanon, Oregon. We've been providing the finest pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, RVs since 1983. Crockers Cars has been in business for 31 years, offering quality used vehicles. With our experience and professionalism and the no-hassle buying, customers really do come first here at Crockers Cars. Crockers Cars, where quality is the difference. Give us a call, 531-258-2175, and look us up on the web at crockerscars.com for a full-loaded inventory. And make sure you mention you heard it here on Northwest Dirt News. Are you tired of low wages? Have you ever thought about getting your commercial driver's license? Then let Northwest Trucking Academy, located in Tangent, Oregon, be your source. Earn up to $800 to $1,200 a week. At Northwest Trucking Academy, our trained instructors are ready to help you make the transition towards the road. In as little as 4 weeks, you can have the skills it takes for a new career. Classes begin on the first Monday of every month, so give us 541-248-3461 or look us up on the web at nwtruckingacademy.com and make sure you let them know that you heard it right here on Northwest Dirt News.